So hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video I'm going to be showing you 3 things that you can check on your BMW if your key fob is not working. So you've got this one here, you're clicking the buttons on it, nothing happens. I'll just show you in a second as well. So yeah, there were 3 things that we can check on the car. Currently it's not working on mine. There's one last thing that I'd like to check, so I'll be showing you how to do that as well. So yeah, I'll just show you on the outside of the car the actual issue that I'm having. So if you're having this issue, hopefully this video will be able to help you check and resolve the problem. Okay, so here we have the car. So obviously this is the BMW E91, which is the estate or the touring. So yeah, the issue that I'm currently having is when clicking the key fob to lock or unlock the car. See there? Nothing at all, nothing happens, neither of them work, you know, no matter where you stand, doesn't work. So that is the issue that I'm having with this car. So there's 3 things that I'm going to go through now to check, that you can check before you know, going down the expensive route with taking this to a dealership or any sort of thing like that. Because sometimes it can be a real easy fix. Now in my case I don't believe it is and I'll tell you why in a moment. So yeah, let's start off with the fob. So obviously you've got the fob here, which unlocks the car. So normally the battery dies in these. Now you see here, yours might have this little door on it. Now actually this is one that I got on eBay repair, so I sent off my key. They fitted a new case, new buttons, that sort of thing, new battery, and it's still having the issue, so I am assuming that it's not that. I've also done it, I've done 2 replacements before this with the ones where you can solder the battery onto here, because you have to solder this on. Now I think it's the like the comfort access or something like that, where you don't have to put the key into the car, you just bring it near you and it starts. You can start stop. This one you have to push in. Normally there wouldn't be a little door on the back. Yeah, let's just see, just zoom in a bit so you can see that a little bit better. You see there's a little door on the back of this one. Now the only reason for that is because I got it replaced. I don't know why this one not focusing, 1 second. So there we go, so you see this little door here. Now mine shouldn't have this one, but like I say, I got it repaired on eBay and they fitted this one. So when you take this off, this is this is soldered onto the circuit board in this key. So for this video it will be, you can either take this out, take the cover off, slide it and change it quickly. The battery on the back, you can buy a replacement battery, or split the key down here. You have to literally split it down there and solder a new battery on. So that is the first thing that you can try to do with this. Now obviously this hasn't worked on mine because the key is just not working at all still. So another thing would be to check is like a transmission tool, where you can put it next to it and click it and it'll tell you if it's sending a frequency, and then you'll know that it's working correctly. So you can do that. And also what you can do is put it on a wireless charger. So the way this works is that when you push it in, it charges the key, and then that's why it's rechargeable. So normally it should last for quite a good few years, these batteries, because they just keep recharging once they're flat. But you can just place it on a wireless charger like that, or a toothbrush charger just on the edge to make sure it's sat like that. I've tried that with my one before this, that did not work. So I'm pretty certain it's not the key. So if it's not the key, the next step is to move on to the fuse box. So I'll just show you where that is now, how to access that and which fuses you can check. I've already checked mine, it's not the fuses. But hopefully on yours it will be the fuses, because that is a very quick and easy, simple thing to do and change, and it's very cheap, so I'll just show you now. Also another thing just to check and confirm is that the locking works on this. Now mine works perfectly fine, so if you are able to unlock the car, I'll show you now with the key. I'll show you, mine is working perfectly fine. Key in, you can't see it, unlocks it, locks it, see there, perfectly. And then the alarm might go off as well, so that will tell you that it's not the actual locking system itself. So yeah, first off we're just going to open the glove box. I'm going to clear out all the rubbish. Now that you've got the glove box open, there will be 2 little tabs in the back here, so all you have to do is just twist them counterclockwise. Another one there, and then this little panel will come out. Try that one a bit more. There we go, that'll come out. And then the fuses are in the back here. So on yours there should be, on the back of this thing that you take out, this cover, a little diagram for this. Now I'll just show you here. I've got the tool out as well. There'll be a little fuse remover tool, the little red one that should be in there somewhere. I've already taken that out, so we'll just open this up and I will show you the ones that you need. So it'll be this one here, this one. So this is the one, I'll just zoom in a bit. This one here, so this is for the locking system on a car. So now it might not have all of these in. Mine only has, I believe, 72, 73. I've already checked them, they're perfectly fine. Or it might be the ones down here for the radio, the antenna fuses. So that'll be one that links in with the actual antenna unit on the back, the diversity antenna. So I believe I've got 42 and 56. They're also fine on mine, so these are things that you need to be checking, so just take them out, check if they work. Even if they do work, it might be good to swap them out. I might try that as well, just in case if they're, you know, duds or whatever, just stop working completely. So these are the two that you'll need to check. So just check them there, this one with the little radio, and this one with the door with the key in it. That one there. So yeah, you're going to want to check them. Now, obviously I've checked them. That is not the issue for mine. Hopefully it'll be the issue for yours, because it'll be very quick and easy fix. So you're just going to want to go in there, compare with the little diagram. So let me just show you that as well. If you flip this over, there's a little diagram on here that shows you where they are all located. So I think the ones for the door with the key in it, in the bottom corner here, 72, 73. And I think the others are around the middle area, that sort of thing. So yeah, check that. And if it is not that, I will show you the last thing that it could be. Now, hopefully it's not this issue for you guys, but I'm thinking it might be. The issue for me is the diversity antenna. So this is the actual unit on the car that receives the transmission, and this is located in here under the spoiler. So sometimes water can get in there into the unit and then you know, sit in there and then corrode stuff and that sort of thing, or it can be just faulty and just not work. So what I'll do is I'll put this back together and then I will show you how to get that out. Now I've not had a look at that yet, so that will be the last thing. I'm hoping that'll be it. But yeah, let's have a look at that now. Okay, so to begin with, you're just going to want to open the boot up, and the first thing that we'll need to do is take these little rubber grommet things off either side. So there'll be one there, one in the middle as well, and then we'll be able to get the bolts off for that, and then I believe the spoiler should come off. So we'll just get a flathead, pull them all off, and then I'll find out what size socket we need to get these off. Okay, so they were a little bit difficult to get out. The best way I'd say is to put a flathead like that under there, and then on the handle push it against it like that. Should go in like that. Proper whack it like that. Yeah, it's quite difficult to get out, but these ones, have to see what they are obviously in a second. Hex ones there. See, and then the middle one, maybe 10. So just have a look now. Okay, so they are all out. I'm just going to put them down here, so they're all in one area, so don't lose them. They are T20s them, so you need 220 bit for them. Now they're all out, we're going to close the spoiler. Okay, so I've got them out now, so they are T20 bits, star bits them. So we've got that one out on the end, that one out in the middle, that is a 10mm, and obviously the one on that end. So now all we're going to do is just shut the boot, and then I believe this spoiler comes down, so you pull down on it. I'm just going to have to put the camera down, then I'll just show you how I've done it. Okay, so I've now got it off. It was very awkward to get off, so I'll just show you how it goes on. There's a few little tabs here on the ends. So basically what you need to do is just push the end, push it as far down as it'll go like that, and then push it down like that. So it kind of goes up, so it'll be free. So instead of going up, you need to like press on the end of it and push it downwards. It's going to feel awkward, but just do it on one end and then try the other end and it'll come off, because they just slide down off of these clips. Now I've got to this area, so we've got a few cables in here. There's a few ones that we're just going to have to disconnect now. I think I might actually know what the issue is. There's one missing, a screw from here, so that will probably be the issue. I'll just move this out of the way if I can. Move that, hopefully without scratching that, onto there. But yeah, as you can see, and there's a little bit of rust around the top of them. So yeah, we'll just get these out. I believe these might be T20 as well. Remove them and this cover will come off and we'll be able to disconnect the ribbon cable and these other connectors and get the spoiler out of the way and get a better look at it. So I'll just have a look at that now. I'll show you now, I've just got the cover off. So they were T20s holding this in, so I removed it. Now it does actually look on the corner like there's a little bit of water in there on the edge. I don't know where you can see it, but from that gap where that one wasn't plugged in. So this is the actual unit itself here. So just disconnect the ribbon cable. This one here, I think it might, I can do this one-handed, but I think it's a little tab on the top. So I'll just remove that now. Also remove this one out of here. Just remove that and this one as well. I believe it's just a little flathead that goes under there and then that'll come off that. So just have a look at that now. Okay, so now that that's off, I think we're going to get these out. I think these are 9mm, so we'll just get them off now. Then this unit will come out, just disconnect these ribbon cables as well. Literally all you have to do is just get a little flathead and just push in between it and it'll just come out. I don't think they're clicked in with any sort of connector, anything like that. And then these ones as well, that one, just literally put a little flathead under the end of that if this shit camera will focus in. Then this one, that should be fine, leave that there. Probably give this whole bit of a clean out and underneath here, so yeah, I'll just get these off now. Should be able to get this unit out and take a look at it. Okay, so here's the transmitter unit, just unscrewed, taking them nuts off, and yeah, so just see these little tabs, we'll be able to pop them off and then get to the unit itself inside. Okay, so the first thing that I want to try is just heat this up with a hairdryer, see if that'll help at all. So just heat the entire board. Now there's one bit that I have noticed, the camera probably won't focus in on it, but one of these prongs looks to be a bit off. So this one here, there looks to be a bit of a gap, and on the back, I mean it's kind of in focusing but you can actually see it. So it's a little bit like yellowy on the end. See there, the one on the right is a little bit off, see there. So I might try heating that up, re-solder it, clean it up a bit, and hopefully that'll be the fix for it. So yeah, we'll just go ahead, heat that with a hairdryer. If you've got any electrical cleaner as well, you give it a good clean up. Might just use WD-40 to be honest. I'll just rub it down WD-40 in a clean cloth. Then put it back in the car. Another good test is if you've got a multimeter, to test each one of these prongs, test all the connectors on here, any important bits like that in here as well, just check that. Unfortunately I don't, so it would be handy because then I'd know if it was this for certain or not. But yeah, that's another good way to test it. So we're going to heat this up with the hairdryer first and then try that after. Okay, so basically what I've done is sprayed the whole board with WD-40, sanded these ground points down a little bit there where these screws go on. Just pushed it up a bit, resoldered that little bit there on that connector. Tried it again, but nothing. So it looks like the whole unit will probably be dead. So I'm gonna have to order another one and give it another test. Or get a multimeter just to confirm that it is that's the issue. I believe when you've got this off, if you just want to make a note of, I think it's this top number here, the model number. It's one of these two. You need to make sure that this is the exact same, because if you get this from another car, it will work with your key without any programming, as long as this is the exact same unit and the exact same code on here. So I'm gonna have to have a look and buy one, and hopefully that will fix the issue. So I'm just going to reverse the process and put this all back together again. So hello everybody, welcome back. So it is actually the next weekend now as of filming this. So basically I've tried fitting another diversity antenna. So I got one off of eBay, I think it was £85. Now I'm not going to obviously be getting this new, so there's a chance that it's maybe faulty as well, and maybe that is the case. But yeah, I mean new, they're probably ridiculous amounts. So it was pretty cheap. So I've got the old one here as well. So what I've done basically is gone today. Well, before that, sorry, I got some new fuses. So I changed the fuses out. They all looked fine anyway, but I thought best change them out. no difference. Diversity antenna, no difference. So I looked into it a little bit more, and I actually had a look and found out that sometimes the wires that go into here can be broken, like they're broken apart. So today's job, I will be taking this off to get to that again. Check the diversity antenna. What I've got a multimeter, so I'm just going to check all the connections on it. Just check that that is not the problem. The actual diversity antenna. Probably take the multimeter, check the fuses, check all the fuses for that, check that's fine. If it's not that, then it probably will be this, because I'll be able to test the cable that powers this unit, and if that's got an issue with it, then it's probably going to be in here. So it's really annoying, this fault. Now hopefully your issue is just the fuses or something like that, but if you got this far, then it's probably not. So this will be the next step. So I'll be taking all the spoiler off, and I'm just going to take this bung out of here and just pull this cable through, and then be able to have a look at this. Now I believe, now I don't think mine, that is really annoying, that. I think on other models they have a speaker in here where you can remove a flap to get into that easily. Mine doesn't have that, so it probably looks like I'm gonna have to either pull it through and hopefully get to it and reach it, or it's in this section where it's broke on here. Now I'm hoping it's at the very top, but yeah, anyway, I'll stop babbling. I want to get this removed, check that, check the fuses, then check this. Okay, so I think I might have found the fault. So I've just been testing it with the multimeter. So all you have to do is put the negative on here to ground it, because this is where the ground is, just down here on the bottom of this nut. We're good if this camera focused in it all. But yes, I've been doing that, testing that, and then just putting the positive on each one of these pins on here. Now I've tried it on the new used unit I got. I put it in, tried it on that. I've put the original one back in, and it's been getting the same issue on these pins. So I'm thinking it's actually an issue with the actual cable itself, because if it's happening on both of them, then it's probably not the board, it's probably the cable, because it's not actually going through the cable itself. So basically, these first two on the end that you can see, or maybe not, yeah, these first two here, there's absolutely nothing. The third one there's about 5, which is okay, and this last one has got like barely anything running through it, so it's probably going to be worth. What I'll do is take this out here, disconnect from the spoiler as well, disconnect all them, just get that out of the way, and then I'm going to have to remove the bung out of here, pull this through the car, cut the cables up, and see what's been done with that. I mean, it looks like this has also had some sort of like electrical tape around it or something. I don't know if that's standard or not, but so I'll probably have to cut all this up, just check the cables. So yeah, just going to do that now. So I found the issue. It looks like there's quite a few cables in here that have completely just been disconnected. So there's 2 here that are disconnected. This one here is, I don't know, I need to check that. And then there's another one here on the end. It's got a little bit of a nick in it, so I need to put some electrical tape around that. So there's 2 that are just not connected at all in there, essentially. So yeah, that's probably why there's no voltage running through them. So it looks like this tailgate's probably been done at some point. They've gone in with a pair of scissors, just cut it off, because obviously you have to go under the headlight and all sorts of shit to get to the actual connector for this. So cut that off, put a new tailgate on, done that, and then it's obviously frayed down to the point where it's just disconnected, probably with the movement of the boot lid, and then come apart. So I should be able to just solder these back together, connect the board back up, and it should hopefully work again. So that we'll see if that does it. So guys, I've got good news and bad news. They're all working again, however it still doesn't work, which is great. So I've tried that, and with the new key that I've got, same thing, doesn't work. Checked all the fuses down there again, checked with the multimeter. I'll just show you now. So it is all working as it should do. So if we just put this on here, don't know how I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, but we'll give it a go. I'll put that on there. Can't really do this, but I can wedge it on there, so that's right. So I'll just show you here. If I go on here now, the end one, that one, now that's coming up 12 volt, that's okay. Then the next one in, that one, 5 volt, that's fine. The next one in shouldn't work because it's just empty, so that's fine. The one after that should work because it's connected, 5 volt, and then that one shouldn't work, and then the one on the end, let's try that again, one on the end, try that one, Right, so that one doesn't actually seem to be working now, so I don't know if that's come disconnected again. I'll just check that, because the one on the end, it was working, now it's not, so let me just check that. So welcome back, it is a new day again. So I've actually found out what it was, so I'll just show you now as well with the key. So it does actually function. So it was a bit of a weird one really. I'll just show you what it was exactly. So in here in the boot, you'll see in the last section of that video, all the wires were cut in here in this section. So what I'd done is took all the top of the spoiler off and took the actual unit out of there, disconnected the power. So this is the actual power for that. So I had to cut this rubber, because you can't actually get this out without taking it up from under the headliner and then disconnecting it. So I just cut this open, and in here there were about 3 or 4 cut cables for the power. So I would say, if you've tried a lot of different things and nothing seems to be working, get a multimeter, because I actually bought a multimeter and tried the end of this connector, just basically touching the prongs while it was, you know, the prongs in the car. I think I said it earlier on in the video, but if you try them, I tried them, and a lot of them the power wasn't working, so it should be 12 volt and 5 volt on some of them. So I tried that wasn't working, so I knew it was down to the power here. So I cut this open, and what do you know, the cables were cut. So I'm assuming that this entire boot lid has been changed at some point, and instead of, you know, taking all the headliner out and finding where the actual connector is, where this connects on, they just simply cut it off here, put the new one on, connected it up and put it back together, because it's obviously just a little bit quicker and easier doing it that way. But at some point, with the boot coming up and down, sorry, it's as I was saying, yeah, with the boot coming up and down, this has probably just been disconnected, just pulled off. So all I did was solder them back together. Now it probably does need a bit of a better job doing, because I didn't put any what do you call it, heat shrink, you know, the shrink stuff on it to keep it sealed. So I probably need to do that and then just reconnect this a little bit better, because it's all kind of, you know, it's probably not watertight and it does get a little bit down the back. But yeah, so anyway, I did that, tested all these, they were working fine again with the voltage. Now this is the bit that was a little bit strange. So if you are having this issue, this bit is quite important. So I connected it all back together, put the key in, started the car, turned it off, tried the lock, nothing worked, tried the manual key, turning it, nothing worked. After that we're trying the key. Now I was actually using the new one, well, not the new one, but the one that I sent to this person on eBay that was refurbed, and they sent it back, you know, the same board on it, but just new buttons, new casing, that sort of thing. So I tried that wasn't working, so I thought, is it the key? So I tried my old key that I had done with a rechargeable battery that was soldered on. That didn't work, so I tried that. I thought, it's, you know, it's really annoying me, because I've done all this, it's clearly working, you know, the power's running into it as it should be, the fuses are all fine as it should be, the battery, they've been changed as it should be, and it's still not working. So basically what I'd done is I was literally putting the car back together, and I thought, I'm going to have to take this to a garage, aren't I? They're going to have to spend a few £100 checking it and all that sort of stuff to make sure it's right. So I was really getting, you know, fed up with it at this point. And I also tried disconnecting the battery as well, fully disconnected that, left it for a bit, reconnected it, same issue, nothing happening. So I took it out here, drove it down, tried the old key that I had done, locked it, and it worked. So if you are getting this issue and you fix everything up as it should be and it's still not working, just start the car, drive it, park it up and do it, because that seemed to fix it. Now luckily I tried the key that I had, so I tried it with the one that I had, and it worked. So the one that I'd done with the little soldering the battery back on, that worked, but the one that I sent to this guy on eBay to do actually didn't. So I'm gonna have to contact them and see what I can do about that, because I was testing it with both, but it just, you know, it's lucky that that actually worked. So I'd just be careful as well, check with both keys, make sure it's not the key. But yeah, literally the actual final resolution was just driving it, parking it up and trying it, and it worked. So I tried it up here and it just, there's no chance. It wasn't, I thought it was knackered still. So if you do fix everything, just, you know, take it, drive it a little bit, park it up, might work. So that's worth a try as well. So hopefully this video has been very useful to you if you have been having this issue with your BMW E91 or any other model. So yeah, this is how you fix it. Also changed out the fuses as well on the car, changed them all out as well just to be safe. You know, they weren't blown, but you never know if they've gone bad, that sort of thing. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Do check out my other content on the page. I also do have a Honda Civic Type R as well that I do lots of videos on, so check that out as well. We'll be doing more videos on this as well. Such a great car, really do enjoy it. So yeah, do subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications so you do get notified when I upload a new video. That'd be much appreciated. But hopefully you have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.